Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with Aspen. She's a black girl, and we are going over some obedience training with her as she's being boarded here with us. Okay, so we're doing sit and heel and stay. Okay, now when I first got her here, she was a jumper. She would pull. She would just basically not listen too good. So, and she still has a long ways to go, but we've been able to make some progress, I believe. And so we're going to show you how she's doing and how we've done that. In the previous video, you've seen that I had her collar on with the prong collar. And what was occurring is that the prong collar was sliding, part of it was sliding up underneath her collar. The other part of the collar that was basically overlapping today. And what was occurring then was it was making the prong collar ineffective to what we're trying to achieve. So we, me and the dog here, decided, executive order here, is to take the collar off and to run just with the prong collar, just for now, until we can get things underway here and under control. So I take her collar off every time, put it in my back pocket, and we roll with that, okay? So, how we start is simply this. On this situation with this dog, is she thinks that she's in control. She thinks that she's beta. She's got a very beta personality. Okay, betas, everybody thinks beta personality is good. Well, yeah, in a male, a beta personality would present a submissive behavior. In a female, beta position is actually a leader because it's your betas in the packs that decide when, where, and how to hunt. Okay, and as far as that's concerned, as far as where to sleep and so forth. So that beta position in the female could be a leader, okay? Well, in this situation, if she's a leader mentality, or that's just her personality, I've got to be the alpha. There's no questions about it, okay? I've got to be in charge, I got to be the alpha, and so forth. And so how I maintain that is I ask the questions, okay, in this conversation. You got to remember, everything we're doing with your dog is a conversation. It's no different than you talking to your children or talking to your spouse, talking to your boss, talking to your employees, your co-employees, I'm not sure I said that right, but you get the drift. With respect, we have conversations. We don't step over those boundaries, obviously, because there's consequences to pay, especially if you smart off to your wife. There's going to be a consequence to pay for that. Okay? Haha. All right. So we got a line to draw here. We don't want to step beyond that line, even though we're having a conversation with the dog. Okay? Obviously, the dog has to learn what we're saying. We also have to learn what the dog is saying. Okay? In order for me to maintain control of the dog, I'm asking the question, and the question is to stay. Okay, and basically what I'm doing is I'm giving the command to stay. Okay, I have control. I'm making her stay where she's at. Okay, if she would step out of those boundaries or step out of that stay or a sit position and a stay position, then I would put her back in it and reconfirm that command. Okay, again, it's a conversation we're having. Okay, very polite, very gentle, but it can be authoritative if necessary. Okay, it's not hurting the dog or scolding the dog or anything like that. I change my tone slightly, maybe my verbiage, etc., etc. Okay? So let's begin. You have seen how she's been behaving herself, sitting and staying in this position. I would reconfirm this position and command by just simply saying stay, okay, and then letting go. Stay, let go. Again, applying the pressure, okay? Now with Aspen, she's not a big fan of the pressure idea. She's like, I hate the pressure, I don't want the pressure. As too many of us are the same, okay? If your boss puts pressure on you and says, listen, that article needs to be done in 2 days, and it's a 5-day article, and you need to do it in 2 days, now you feel the pressure, okay? And you have to get it done in 2 days, and you will do everything you can to get it done. But I hope. Anyway, you get the idea. So here we go. We're gonna go into a heel position. We're not gonna move until I tell her to, okay? And we're gonna have the conversation and we're gonna walk, okay? And you will see as I correct her, okay, as we walk, because she can't pull and she cannot lead me. She has to be with me because we're having a conversation, okay? So here we go. Heel. There, see that pull? Right there. We're gonna pull back and correct her, heel. Now what you're gonna see, heel. See how she backs up? She respects the pressure, which is good. And all I'm doing is just a little jig. See how I'm jigging the collar there? To let her know that it's there and it hasn't moved. Now, some people, let me pause for a second here. Sit. Good girl. That's a good girl. Good girl. A lot of people do not like their dog sniffing the ground, okay, when they're walking, okay? In this situation, we're gonna allow that because I cannot do too many corrections, okay? You gotta remember, this is not my dog, okay? I cannot apply too many corrections in too many different ways and get away with it, all right? Because I have to maintain my relationship with her by putting things into her, like praise, okay? I've got to praise her, spend time with her, and et cetera, et cetera. But if I do too much, we're gonna have a battle on our hands, okay? Now I want you to watch. Heel. Around. Good girl. Heel. I want you to watch. Watch what she does. See how she disappears out of the frame? Okay, now she's fighting me, okay? Because I applied pressure and she doesn't like it, okay? Now she's really fighting. Look here. See this? What do you do with a dog that does this? Okay? She's saying, I'm in charge and I'm not going to listen to you. Well, guess what? You can't walk a dog that does this, right? So basically, I've got to get her in the position. Hey, come on. Let's go. Hey. I got to get her in the position to make her think that something important is about to happen. Whoa. Sit. Okay, now, let's have a conversation real quick over the camera here. Stay. Come. Good. Okay, I'm gonna release her just a little bit. I will keep a hold on her here. I don't want her bolting on me. Okay, now, let's have a conversation real quick here. When a dog you lose control of your dog like that, okay? And she fights you, he fights you. They don't want to do what you want them to do, and they just lay there, okay? You can change directions. You can, and what I mean by directions is kind of like what we did right there. She thought we were going to go with a heel position. We went right into a playing activity, and then she bought it. Okay, now over time she ain't going to do that. Over time she's going to get smart. She's going to say, nah. I know what kind of junk you're trying to pull on me, and I'm not having it. Okay, so you're going to have to get wise. So always, perhaps, maybe take a tennis ball with you. Obviously, don't try this on the road with a dog that's not as trained as this, or the lack thereof. I wouldn't try this on the road or the sidewalk. I would make sure you got your dog where she'll walk nicely with you before you go on the sidewalk. Okay, if that makes any sense. You know, take her to a park, a bigger area, so you don't have to worry about, you know, if you do need to bust out the tennis ball or pull out a toy or what have you, you can do that respectfully and safely. All right, so let's do this again, and let's see how she does here now. Okay, so I'm gonna shorten the leash up here. Okay, heel. Let me back this out so y'all can see a little bit better. See how good she's doing? Now again, I'm not gonna correct her for that nose down. We could in the future, and we can in the future, but not right now. Okay, around. Good girl. Pull her tighter to me. Good girl. Now I'm not doing any correction at all. Come on. Heel. That's a good girl. Good girl, Aspen. You are doing fantastic. Okay, whoa. Okay, I need your head up, sweetheart. Okay, sit. Good girl, good girl. Now, if you noticed, you say, why didn't you put her in a sit position when her head was down? Well, I would have had to apply way too much pressure. She could have fought me. Who knows what would have happened, okay? But I got her head up in the air, so then I could put her in a sit position. So once her head came up, I gave her the command sit, applied the pressure, put her in a sit position, not setting myself up to have to fight, okay? Or have to put her in a situation where it becomes a battle. There's no reason to do that, okay? So you get her head up off the ground and so forth. Now, the more we train with Aspen, the more detailed I can be, okay? But again, I got to be careful here, okay? I got to be very sensitive with her. I can't rule her, with the iron fist, just use that for a term. We don't do that, okay? I see so many trainers trying to do that, okay? And the flip side is if you do the treat training thing on a dog like this, it ain't gonna work either. Because the only thing she's gonna do is she's gonna obey you for the sake of the treat. You have never maintained your leadership, or you never, you're not the leader. She's just doing what you want her to do so she can get her treat. And she's looking at you like, you're the fool type of thing, okay? And she's like, yeah, I'll just do what you want and, to get the treat that I want. Come on, baby. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, heel. Come on, heel. Good girl. Come on, you can do it. She smells something over there in a big way. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. You're doing great, Aspen. You're doing great. Whoa. Sit. Wonderful. That's a job well done. That's a job well done. You are such a sweetheart. Yes. Yes, you got goobers all over you. You're slobbering. Yes. Yeah, we're buddies now, aren't we? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, all done. She's like, yeah, this is good. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of stroll around. I'm not gonna do nothing with her. Just gonna stroll around and spend time with her now, okay? I'm gonna give her the ability to kind of roam freely, okay? She wants to, we have horses over there. She's like, man, I can smell them horses back there. And they're back there doing some work on the horses. So they're like, she's like, I gotta see what's going on over there. So anyway, all right, well, I hope that is very helpful to everybody. If you are facing the situations that we are facing with Aspen here, she's come a long way, folks. I mean, a long way, okay? I haven't had her very long at all, and she's come a long way already. Okay, it's just maintaining that leadership between her and myself, letting her know that I am the leader. And again, we don't have to be hard on our dogs. We don't have to scold them. We don't have to be frustrated with them. If you're frustrated with your dog, okay, don't be training your dog. Don't work with your dog if you're frustrated. If you're stressed out, it's a good stress reliever to play with your dog. Enjoy being with your dog. But don't try to train your dog if you're frustrated or stressed or anything like that, because these animals, they can sense that, okay? They can sense that. So maybe if you're stressed, if you're having a bad day, instead of trying to do some training and this, that, and the other, just take her outside, play fetch with her, play a little this, play a little that, or just maybe sit on the couch and have a sody and let her sit on the couch with you. If that's what you like to do with your dog, maybe sitting on the floor would be a better idea for her, so she's not used to sitting on the couch, but whatever. And spend some quality time with her. And you might find out that she'll sense that too, and help you release that pressure, help you release that pressure you've been feeling throughout the day or throughout the week, and so forth and so on. And the great thing about dogs, this is the great thing, this is what I love about my dogs, is that they will never argue with you. They just sit there and listen. So if you're having a bad day, you can tell them you can just pour your heart out to them. And they look at you with a big old slobbery wet smile and slap a big old wet kiss on you. And they never have to tell you how bad of a person you are. Assuming, you're a bad person, but you're not. So they won't make you feel that way, is what I'm trying to say. So that's the beauty about it. Anyhow, please subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm gonna let you go on that one. And again, hopefully it was helpful to you. And trying to train an older dog. You know, you guys may have a dog that you feel like you've lost control of. And let me assure you, you are not alone. Okay? You're not alone. There are millions of people. And that's no exaggeration, folks. There's millions of people that have dogs that are not trained. Okay? Like they should be. There are millions of people that have lost control of their dogs. Okay? I deal with them on a daily basis. Not all millions of them, obviously. But I deal with a lot of people, and I'm not the only one. Okay? That's why dog trainers are a occupation in which is highly desired, because you know, people, they want their dogs, but they don't have the time to train them because it takes a lot of time. You know, and I know that sounds bad, but it is what it is. So anyway, please subscribe to the channel again, and appreciate everybody watching the channel. Really do. I've noticed that there's been a significant incline in views. I've also noticed that a lot of our views are from non-subscribers. So if you would please subscribe to the channel just right now. It will not cost you a thing. It will not hurt you. It's free, folks. It's free. 100%. Dad, don't you even think about it. It will not cost you a thing. It's 100% free. There's no gimmicks. There's no, hey, got you, you subscribe and now you're getting charged some subscription. Nope, none of that, okay? All you gotta do is, if you don't have a Google account, or you don't have well, it's a Google account, I think. And I think you might be able to sign in through different ways. I'm not all up on date on that. But you have a Google account, or you can create an account. It's very easy, very simple. It takes probably, I don't know, if you're not very good on the computers, it might take you 10 minutes. Okay, but it could probably take you less than that, maybe 5 minutes. Set up an account, and then you can subscribe. It's very simple, okay? And then you can learn how to train your dog and maybe help others train their dog. And hey, maybe you never know. You maybe even be able to make a career out of it, or maybe a little side job. So anyways, again, if you got any questions, guys, you can hit me up on my Facebook page, send me a message. Ben Waters Labradors on Facebook. I do got Twitter and Instagram. I don't really see those messages because I just don't go through there a whole lot, but I do see them occasionally. But that's not the best way to get a hold of me. My phone number is on, and my email is on the Facebook page as well. You can reach out to me there if you wish to do that. Anyways, we'll let you go and see you guys on the next one. I hope you have a blessed day.